Good afternoon. My name is Raldo, and for the next few minutes I'm going to be speaking about VA clinics. The U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs is the largest integrated health system with more than 1,700 hospitals and clinics across the United States. I'd like to go ahead and at this time cite myself personally as one of the sources. I am a veteran. I do utilize the services of a local VA clinic. Also www.archives.gov, www.va.gov, www.usa.gov, and also www.opm.gov. These are the sources that I utilized to gather some of the information to put this presentation together. One thing that I can definitely say about our VA clinics is that they really do provide an invaluable service. However, just like anything else, there are going to be some flaws. There's always room for improvement. Another key point is that they also provide jobs, employment for many veterans. Most of the persons that I converse with, that I encounter in my dealings with the local VA clinic when I make my appointments are practically all veterans. The VA clinic does a variety of things, treatment. They offer counseling of various types of counseling. I myself have hypertension. I am a diabetic, and I had the opportunity to attend some counseling sessions as far as the do's, the don'ts, the hypertension. Making sure you exercise, what to eat, what not to eat, how much to eat. So a lot of information. Medications is a big one. I know a lot of our veterans out there would not be able to afford some of the medications that are provided through the VA. Some of them do require a minimal cost. I myself do pay for some of my medications, but it is minimal. And now I'd like to go ahead and talk a little bit about, I guess if you want to label it, the pros and the cons, or some of the things that I've noticed. I'd like to talk about, the effects between being a fully retired veteran and a veteran that is not fully retired. And what I mean by that is that we've got veterans, and I've seen them when I go to the clinic. We've got veterans that are already retired. I mean, they no longer work. But I have also seen a large number, including myself. There's a lot of us that do have part-time or full-time jobs, and right there, what that does is it creates a conflict with the time. Typically, I think most persons' typical hours of working on the job is 8 in the morning till 5 p.m. Which is kind of my case. Actually, I go in a little bit earlier, and most of the time I get out a little later. So one of the things that comes into play is also, we're looking at the availability, the time that the veteran is available to go to the clinic, to get services. But one thing that comes into play also, is like your federal holidays. Federal holidays. It is a federal agency, therefore they are closed on federal holidays. And when the holiday falls on a Saturday or a Sunday, typically if it's a Saturday, they're closed on Friday. If it falls on a Sunday, then they're closed on Monday. So there's not a lot of holidays throughout the year, but that is a one of the causes of conflict. Also, they're not open on weekends. Typically, most places are closed on Sunday, and take that for granted. But they're closed on Saturdays as well. So there's just some conflict there. A little information there, some background, and now I'd like to move on to appointments. Okay, appointments. Like for me personally, and I don't know, I believe a lot of veterans are experiencing it right now. Appointments are out like 2 months out. Okay, when you want to schedule an appointment. So a lot of times when you do make an appointment, and depending on the outcome of the appointment, you may receive a mail out, in the mail, of course, and all of a sudden, it says you've got an appointment on such and such a date at a certain time, and a lot of times you don't know whether the veteran is going to be able to keep that appointment. Okay, and it's very important to keep your appointments, because of course that's how you're able to maintain your eligibility for services and so forth. Appointments, recently I received this card in the mail here a few months ago, and now they have terminals throughout the clinic where you can check in versus having to wait in line, but sometimes you might encounter some problems with the machine. So like everything else, machines are not always going to work. Okay, so waiting is usually an issue. It's but a lot of veterans are used to it. The old hurry up and wait. So for the most part, we don't complain. We go and we wait. If you don't have an appointment, if an emergency arises, then you're looking at what's called a walk-in. So basically, they take walk-ins. They're going to get your information. They're going to ask you what the situation is, what the problem is, and you're going to wait. I guess depending on the severity or the level of pain, they may be able to get you in a little bit earlier. So, but some of the alternatives, I've kind of looked at this. And some maybe not necessarily alternatives, maybe some other options, is that maybe we can get some of the employees that work at these facilities to maybe extend the hours a little bit, open a couple hours after 5. The typical hours, like I said, are 8 to 5. So maybe we can extend the hours and offer with minimal staff and offer these employees some comp time. Maybe open Saturday mornings. That's another option. And of course I mentioned the federal holidays. Maybe we could open on those days. Again for just a certain time, and again minimal staff and offer them some comp time. I guess resolution, maybe in my opinion, I think there's always ways to go about resolving matters, how you handle it. I feel that us, the veterans, we need to let our voices be heard, and we need to make sure that we're talking to the right people, and that these people are willing to listen to us. It is important. So, in conclusion, there is a way. Like I said, there's got to be a way that this can be addressed, so we can accommodate all those involved. And this would definitely be a win-win situation for everyone. And most important, the service to our veterans. That's what it's all about. That's what really counts. So. Thank you for your time. I hope you got a little bit out of this speech, and have a good day. Thank you.